So here's how bad the spot market is and why you won't profit from running from it. Tolls, those are pretty expensive. Like Indiana Toll Road, Ohio Toll Pike, West Virginia, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, West Virginia. Those are the bad ones, and you still got Pennsylvania, Maryland has one. I don't think that one's bad. That one's only like $12 or something. But anyway, like there's one in Indiana, and it's like $76. And I mean, if you're going through, like I run on 30 if I gotta go through Indiana, Illinois, and Ohio, or even just one state instead of like 80 or 90. Interstate 80 or 90, I just go 30 the whole way, because I just can't afford to fork out $200 a day in tolls for all that. That's a pretty big amount. Fuel, that shit's fucking expensive. It's $4.54 for truck diesel. Truck diesel is always taxed more than auto diesel, so $4.50 up here in Pennsylvania, and then like up in New Hampshire and stuff, it's $4.90, $4.93. And then like in Oklahoma and Texas, you can get it for like $3.80, $3.90 at a Love's. So anyway, then there's the whole being a 1099 contractor thing. Which is what I am. So we are supposed to pay our taxes quarterly, and I did not. And I just went into H&R Block and once this year and found out I owe $5,770 to the IRS, and I did not have any money saved for that. So I'm on a payment plan for $74 a week to get that taken care of. And then of course I paid my guy $400 to do my taxes because I don't want to do them. Drive in and reefer, you're looking at death. Flatbed's probably the best thing. But as for me, I'm quitting. I'm not gonna do drive in and reefer flatbed. I'd have to switch my contract with a different trailer, but I'm actually planning on leaving the company that I'm at and getting my hazmat, and we'll see how that works out. And I might not even be over the road anymore. I might have to be local or regional or something, but I will try and stay over the road if I can. If you know how to make good money doing hazmat over the road, please mention it in the comments. That way I can look into doing what you're doing or whatever, because that's going to be my next move. And let me know like how much it pays, because I'm making like $2 a mile. So probably like lots of people in trucking are operating at a loss. The equipment here, my truck cost me $759 a week. My trailer is $250, and my insurance is like $300. And then there's just things like you go into a place Saturday and they don't have the load ready, and then Sunday Same problem. So I spent like my whole weekend, I didn't make nothing. And every day that the truck doesn't move, it costs me, I figured it cost me about $400 in expenses. To just own, or to lease the truck. Yeah, so I got $200 for basically layover pay, or I think my dispatcher coded it NOTU, like the truck went there and then it didn't get loaded, basically. I don't know, some code for it didn't work out. So I got, that covers like only covers half of my daily expenses, and it was for 2 days, not just one. So I really tried to work, and I burned $350 just trying, basically. So there's just stuff like that where truckers get fucked easily, and there's nothing we can do about it. So maintenance, another thing, repairs. Like I had a radiator hose blow. And a bunch of coolant came out, of course. So that ended up being $500 that I paid for. The guy didn't take EFS. My maintenance department, they take out like $200 a week. Okay, here's part of my expenses is they take out like $200 a week in maintenance fees for the truck, $200 in maintenance fees for the trailer every week. So like I'm paying for that, and the guy that fixed my truck, he didn't take EFS, so I paid $500 out of pocket for that. The road call, I think that was like $250 just for him to get the parts and show up, and then the coolant was like, it was actually a good deal. It was $15 for each jug, and then the hose was like $70. So parts, you were looking at $250 for the road call. So yeah, the hose was $70, but still, it's like really expensive. That happened, I think, like 2 months ago, probably. Little things like your mud flap is a piece of shit and is dangling, so you go to Home Depot, you grab a few nuts and bolts and washers, and then I already had a drill because something else fucking broke. So I have my impact driver. I don't honestly remember what I paid. That was somewhere between $250 and $400. So I already had that, but I fixed my own truck. I probably saved $150, and if you go to a TA or whatever, there's always a line. So I just did it. It only took me 2 hours because I had to go in and out, get some drill bits, things like that. And then the fifth wheel, I accidentally hit this switch here. Today, this is what I fucked up. Supposed to, I tried to hit that lower suspension button, right? And I hit that fifth wheel instead. And I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, oh, that's okay, I'll just put it back. Well, I haven't used that fucking thing in forever. I've actually never even slid my fifth wheel in this truck. And I've been in it for a year. So, the teeth didn't lock back in. I was driving down the road and the trailer was like jolting forward and then jolting backwards, so that was fun. But I only did that for a few miles, and then I got into a shop, and I was like, hey, can you guys help me get my fifth wheel to lock back in? And originally they thought they were going to charge me $150, and they said just do 40 cash, and I was pretty happy with that. That was basically the last of my money today. I have like $6 more for the rest of the week. And I spent $86 getting my fingerprints done for the second time. I went to a little pop-up trailer here at the airport in Pennsylvania. And that's really the only place I found that will take you as a walk-in. So I saved myself a whole month worth of having to do spot market freight, basically, because that'll take 4 to 6 weeks for it to go through. And then I can go take time off, which is gonna cost me $400 fucking a day. I'll probably just take 2 days off, because it gets pretty pricey after that. So yeah, because they don't notify you anymore when it gets done. So I was just fucking clueless for a year. A year. Like, is the email here yet? Nope, I guess they're not done, right? So then I called the DMV, or I logged onto their website and found out I was approved, so they called the DMV. Of course, I was like the 16th caller in line, so I was on hold for like an hour and 15 minutes. And then they got to me before they closed. And she was like, oh yeah, it's done, but it's expired, and they expire after 5 months. Okay, so I gotta do it again? Yes. So, $86, and a year later, here I am, trying to get my hazmat still. But, hopefully, I pass my first time. I feel like it might be a little bit hard. Even if I have to take it twice, I'll accept that. That's still good for me, personally. It took me 2 tries to get my CDL. It'll probably take me 2 tries to get my hazmat. So yeah, the end of the road for the spot market shit. Regular fucking shit. I don't really have access to hazmat, but yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys been getting rate per mile hazmat drive-in or reefer. Just tell me which one you are over the road. And if you're hazmat, you're not over the road, what do you do regional or local? Because this is I guess a lifestyle that I'm gonna have to give up now, possibly, because this is just stupid, and I'm disappointing my mother. I don't have a girlfriend, so I have to say I'm disappointing my mother and myself. I am going insane. I want to punch somebody in the face. Alright, tolls, fuel, repairs, you fucking pay for everything, man. It absolutely sucks. I owe fucking taxes. Holy shit, that's fucking stupid. And yeah, not good. So I'm quitting, I think. All right, that about sums it up.